as you become more aware of these things, you can start to change these things for the better. And then over time, if you go back through your journal, you can see where you started and watch your progression as you go forward. It's a great tool. Okay. It gives us cognitive clarity, right? So journaling aids in identifying and correcting cognitive distortions, allowing us to reframe our mind. So like I said, if you sit and reflect and you had some kind of reaction that you weren't proud of, and you focus on, okay, why did I react that way? What was bubbling up for me at that time, right? That gives you cognitive clarity, and it helps you to be able to be more aware of it so you can change it, right? And then it helps with long-term growth, right? So this practice reinforces Stoic virtues and supports continuous self-improvement. The next concept is rationality and emotional control. Okay. So it's having the value of wanting to have reason over emotion, right? So Stoicism emphasizes using reason to manage emotional responses, avoiding impulse or irrational reactions. It's fucking hard to do, especially when your wife is being an epic bitch. If your wife is being an epic bitch, it's so hard for men to not blast back, right? But if you just take like 3 seconds, listen to what she's saying, you feel the emotions in you, but you just hold on to it for a second and just wait 3 seconds before you respond, it forces you to almost think about it and think about your response. And that allows you to react more rationally, right? With reason. It also gives you a balanced perspective, right? By staying rational, we maintain a balanced, resilient frame, even in the face of emotional triggers. And that is, like I said, if you get triggered by certain things, if you take the time to think about why you want to respond, like by blasting back, it gives you a little bit of time to really think about it. Like, why do I want to blast back at these people? Will it help the situation? Is it going to help? You know, it gives you more balanced perspective. One of the things that Ryan points out in his books, I think it was in Dread, he points this out, but if your wife is bitching at you about something, instead of being defensive and firing back, sometimes it's helpful to think about it and go, is she right? Like, am I fucking up here? Because sometimes you are fucking up, dude. Sometimes you're fucking up royally, you know, and you're doing it so much that your wife is sick of it. Because a lot of times when your wife is mad that you haven't taken the trash out, it's because a bunch of little things you've done over time have built up to this one thing that's annoyed her, and now she's blasting you about it. It's not necessarily about the trash. You understand? But if you just always react emotionally, you'll never have the opportunity to really think about that kind of thing. Okay. Sometimes she's got a point, right? Balanced perspective. And then a steady mindset. So this approach prevents external events from disturbing our inner peace, promoting a steady frame. Remember, peace comes from within. Your girl doesn't bring you peace. Your frame brings you peace. Okay. Then we have Stoic stories and parables. One thing I'm learning from my new business coaches is that, what is it? What did they say? Facts tell, but stories sell. So that's one of the reasons why Jesus used parables so much, right? Facts tell, but stories sell. So stories and parables, right? So lessons from Socrates. Stories like those of Socrates highlight the power of maintaining inner virtue despite external challenges. It's also easy for us to wrap our minds around a concept when someone can put it in the perspective of a story. That's another great reason why to use parables. An illustrating frame, right? So parables demonstrate how a well-managed frame leads to fulfillment and resilience in difficult situations. And then timeless wisdom. So these stories offer practical examples of applying Stoic principles to maintain a strong frame. And then the next concept is application to modern challenges. Right? These guys were teaching this stuff thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago. And how am I supposed to use that today when we have cars that drive themselves? Because it's all up here, right? It doesn't matter what kind of cool car you got. So Stoicism in modern life. Stoic principles are highly relevant in managing stress, uncertainty, and disappointment in today's world. Resilience and setbacks. So Stoicism teaches us to remain calm and focused when facing personal and professional setbacks. Remember, it all goes back to controlling the controllable. If you have some kind of external event that didn't go your way and you have no control over it, there's no sense dwelling on it. What can be helpful, though, is looking at those types of events as a learning opportunity. Though, if you do have a setback and go, okay, this didn't work out, what can I learn from that? That's going to help you going forward. But if you're just stressed out because something bad happened and all you do is think about how you suck and life sucks and everything sucks and you're not moving forward, you're just being a whiny little crybaby. Okay. And then we have frame and action. So by applying Stoic practices like negative visualization or rational reflection, individuals can navigate modern challenges with a stable frame. And then the next concept is benefits of Stoic frame practices. So a big part of practicing Stoicism is giving us emotional resilience. A lot of guys end up in the space, like, and I mentioned this before, because bad breakup, they got zeroed out, they wanted to end things. People who want to unalive themselves don't have emotional resilience. They are letting their emotions control them. They are letting their emotions control their actions. But if you can develop a strong frame, you don't let your emotions control you. You control your emotions. You understand? Or you have emotions and you learn from them. Like, why am I feeling this way? And you can analyze it a little bit. It'll teach you something. There's a reason why we have emotions, right? We're not fucking robots here. So emotional resilience. So integrating Stoic practices helps improve emotional control and develop mental toughness. Clarity of thought. So Stoicism encourages clear, rational thinking, helping to make better decisions in tough situations. Which is good. It's one of the things I've been teaching my kids since they were little kids. You know, my kids would, have emotional freakouts. We call them tantrums when they're toddlers, right? But when they're little, I get them to calm down. I go, you're panicking right now. What happens when you panic? You die, daddy. I've been teaching my kids since they're little. If you panic, you die.
New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Subscribe now.